judge who presided over the 5-week-long Theodore Bundy trial was Dade Circuit Court Judge Edward Cowart. The judge at this moment is in his chambers at the Metro Justice Building. Judge, now that the sentencing is over, what would you say was the most difficult part of the entire proceeding for you?
Just trying to get it over, Ralph, more than anything. When I say that, the trial was protracted, the trial was difficult, and we needed to bring the thing to a conclusion.
What about the sentencing itself? This is the 4th time in your career that you've given a defendant the death penalty. What does that do to you? Do you ever have any second thoughts, any doubts about ordering a man to die?
Well, it certainly isn't anything that you enjoy. It certainly isn't anything that you look forward to. It's a legal task that has to be performed under the law. I think the thing that the court has to communicate more than anything is that we don't make the law, we can interpret it as we see it.
Do you consider this trial to be unusual in any aspect?
Well, the trial was a very interesting trial. It had a lot of unusual legal problems involved in it, very well presented legal problems. And to that degree, yes, it was unusual.
It also is probably the most widely covered media trial in history, what with all the television exposure around the country because of Florida's permission to have a camera in the courtroom. Were you satisfied that such coverage did not interfere with the defendant's right to a fair trial?
Yes, I am. I think the media coverage was responsible. I think the coverage was within the framework of what the Supreme Court of Florida authorized. I think we had a great deal of success with the aspect of cameras in the courtroom. I find no difficulty as far as the trial itself concerned with the presence of the camera.
Did you expect the trial to be more difficult to control than it was or appeared to be?
Not really. I felt that there was a great deal of responsibility displayed by counsel, and the defendant wasn't totally irresponsible. He knew the gravamen of what was facing him.
What's your view about a defendant acting as a member of the defense team?
Well, I think I've commented on this before. I think that the man was capable of doing it, and of course the Supreme Court of the United States has allowed it. He was ably assisted, and I think that probably the impact of his being his own lawyer, so to speak, in some instances was not entirely novice. We've seen this done before a number of times. The fact that he had some legal training, of course, assisted him, but he's a very articulate and very well able to conduct himself.
Judge Edward Cowart, who presided over the Theodore Bundy trial, thank you for discussing the case and your reactions with us at this time.
Thank you, Ralph.
And for now, good night, and may the good news be yours.